US President Donald Trump is doubling down on his claim that Iran's nuclear program has been severely crippled, despite growing doubts from global experts and agencies. In an interview on Fox News this weekend, Trump said US strikes on Iran's top 3 nuclear facilities has obliterated the sites, setting back Tehran's nuclear ambitions by decades.
Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. They've wanted this for years, and they were weeks away from getting it. And those pilots went in there with those beautiful planes and the most sophisticated bombs anywhere in the world. Think of it, they can go 30 stories deep into granite. Who would think that's even possible? And they did obliterate it, it turned out. Then we had to suffer the fake news, where the fake news in CNN and the New York Times was saying, well, maybe it wasn't as good as Trump said. Maybe it wasn't totally obliterated, but it was destroyed, but not just horrible. And I could see it happening. And they tried to build that into a story. And then it turned out, no, it was obliterated like nobody's ever seen before. And that meant the end to their nuclear ambitions, at least for a period of time. And, a lot of people have said, well, do you think they're going to start again? I said, the last thing they want to do right now is think about nuclear. They have to put themselves back into condition and shape.
He even claimed that one of the bunkers buried beneath granite in a mountain was penetrated like butter. But the facts tell a more complicated story.
It's very dangerous to do. It's very heavy, very, very heavy. It's a very hard thing to do. Plus, we didn't give much notice because they didn't know we were coming until just, then. And nobody thought we'd go after that site because everybody said that site is impenetrable. You can't, you're not going to be this way. They did. It's at the bottom of a mountain, and it's granite. Granite's the hardest stone, and it's granite. So, no, they didn't. But I do believe they had people there because you had cars. They were saying cars, and those were masons. Those were people working with concrete. They were trying to seal up the entrance to where the bomb would most likely go in. And they did that. They were working on that, and the bomb went through it like it was butter. Like it was absolute butter.
The UN's nuclear watchdog, the IAEA, says it still hasn't been able to confirm how much damage was actually done, especially at Fordo, which holds most of the Iran's highly enriched uranium. Tehran continues to deny it was ever building nuclear weapons, saying its program is purely civilian. But according to a recent IAEA report, Iran already has enough 60% enriched uranium, just short of weapons grade, to potentially produce 9 nuclear bombs if fully enriched. Trump also dismissed intelligence leaks and media reports suggesting the facilities weren't destroyed, calling them fake news. He insisted the strikes shocked Iran so completely the regime wouldn't dare resume enrichment any soon.
The most sophisticated bombs anywhere in the world. Think of it, they can go 30 stories deep into granite. Who would think that's even possible? And they did obliterate it, it turned out. Then we had to suffer the fake news, where the fake news in CNN and the New York Times was saying, well, maybe it wasn't as good as Trump said. Maybe it wasn't totally obliterated, but it was destroyed, but not just horrible. And I could see it happening, and they tried to build that into a story.
But IAEA chief Rafael Grossi offered a more sobering view, warning that Iran could restart enrichment within months.